Here, we're going to focus on what people search for before clicking on your Google Business Profile website link. Now, when people search for things in Google, it may be your brand name, it may be other things related to your business, they will click on your profile link or organic links or something else. And that's quite difficult to track where they click from. I'm going to show you what you can see and then how to do it. In this view, we're looking at the performance and we're looking at the pages over a month. And you can see there's two separate versions of the home page. There's what we might call the normal home page. These are those that came in via the normal links in Google. And there's this one here, which has been effectively tagged with parameters that tell us that they came in via the Google Business Profile button. And we want to separate those because we want to understand what people search for before they clicked. So this one here will relate mainly to these types of clicks. And this one here relates to people who clicked on the website button here. And the reason this is useful is that it will give us an indication into what they search for. So if I click on the Google Business Profile link here, and then I go to queries, which I'm already into here, this is showing me the actual search phrases that people typed before they clicked on this website link here. So we can see that here, landscapers Maidstone, they were typically very visible. Their Google Business Profile specifically was very visible, and they got those clicks, and for these phrases here. And that's very useful to look at that, but you can also look at the impressions. For example, they're very visible for Landscaping Kent and Landscape Contractors Kent, and there's quite a few people searching for that during the time period, and yet they apparently haven't had any clicks on their Google Business Profile. Now, they might have had clicks on their other profile, of course, their normal listing. So what we're going to do now is get rid of that one and then go back to pages and look at their, what we might call their normal link here, the one that a lot of people will click on. And in there, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at the queries for people there and get a picture of those. So if we go to impressions here, we can see Landscaping Kent, they typically average position 10 or 11. That's overall, that's very broad. That could be for people local to them, further afield. Don't read too much into that. And these are the people, what they searched and then clicked on their homepage link here. So how do we get to that point? How do we get to the point where we can see these separate here? Well, we do it via this button. When you go into your Google Business Profile, you have the option to change the website link. Now, normally it would just be your normal homepage. And if you look at the bottom left here, you can see that it's got this UTM parametered link. And the way we created that was we used the Campaign URL Builder, which is a free tool from Google. And you put in your page as your landing page, homepage in this case. It doesn't really matter what you put in these as long as it's obvious to you when you track them. So the source is Google because it's coming from a Google search. It's organic because an organic search would bring up these results. And in this case, I've named it Google Business Profile because we want to know when people click on this button that it came from the Google Business Profile. And you put underscores in between words. Don't put spaces, always use underscores. That's important. And what that does is it generates you a new URL, and you just copy that. And in your Google Business Profile, you overwrite the link behind the website. And then when you've got that, that's when you get this separate view of the actual search phrases that people typed. When you've got that in place, you'll know those people that clicked on website here, you'll be able to see exactly what search queries they did before they click through to your website.